Welcome in everybody to the Honeydew List. Thank you for checking us out. In today's episode, we're going to be tackling the TV and the cords behind me. We're going to get the TV cords all tucked into a nice little plastic sheet, run them down the wall and over to behind the dresser. We're going to paint that piece up so it matches the wall so it's less sightly. A couple things you're going to need for today. Ran down to the hardware store and got one of these guys. It's just a little white sheet. It's got some double-sided tape on the back. It's built to tuck cords down into. Also bought a little elbow. So hacked off about 8 inches of mine, kind of measured it up to the wall and figured out that this needed to be about 8 inches shorter. We're going to hook this piece to it here. Hook in the top part to it so it kind of runs the cords a little farther over. Also went ahead and picked up some paint that matches my walls. Went down to Sherwin-Williams, got some beige paint mixed into a little container, and just picked up a little cheap brush there because I don't even really want to dirty up my brush. This might take 1 or 2 coats of about 5 minutes. So didn't even want to mess with that. We're going to test fit everything up, make sure that looks good, then we'll paint and then get it fixed up all the way. One more thing you might need is an HDMI cable that's a little bit longer. I have a 6-foot one with that TV hanging about 5 feet on the wall from the bottom. It's a 6-foot cord, so it wasn't enough to kind of run it over, down, and over again to tuck it behind. So I'm going to have to look for like an 8-foot or a 10-foot, I hope. I hope it's not a 12-foot because there'd be a lot of extra left over. But we'll see what we can find, all right? Let's see how this thing is going. Okay, so initial plan, I ran into a small problem. I didn't take into consideration the power cord for the TV. I was thinking just HDMI cord was a little short, but the power cord, which hangs down right here, only goes down to, you see it there. So I've got one of a couple options I can do. If you saw me measuring there, first thing I can do is really run an extension cord from behind the dresser up through the little tube I'm building there and kind of bundle up this cord behind it. Another option, with that same option, is still use the extra long HDMI cable. So I would just run an electrical cord from the bottom of the floor, let's see, there, all the way over and up behind the TV, and then run the HDMI cable over, down, and to the cable box that I have tucked down behind. Or I could tuck in the cable box to behind. So at that point I would just bundle up the HDMI cable, run it over to the cable box, which is tucked in behind this TV, then run the cable box cord down and over, and an extension cord as well. I'm going to have to run an extension cord for the TV no matter what, so that's going to be going down in through there. The question now is, what do I do about the cable box power and cable box HDMI? I don't know yet. We're going to start paint while I'm kind of pondering on what I think will look the best or be the most, I guess, the best way to hide it. Because no matter what, some cords are going to come out of that. I didn't cut a big enough piece, but it's going to be close enough. The wife will really like that. So let's get painting.
You're not fooling me, not fooling anyone. Got your head in a cloud, so delusional, in an ocean of
is the finished product. We have our plastic sheeting that matches the wall color going up to the TV, running cords down and then over slightly. I ended up just tucking them, tucking them down into the carpet and then running them over and then hiding everything nice and neat behind the dresser. Got a little bit of paint scrapage there to clean up, but nothing that should be that big of a deal. So what I learned, or what I figured up into doing, was just getting like a 9-foot extension cord to run over and up, bundled up the TV cord and plugged it in, then and 12-foot, unfortunately, HDMI cable to go over, down, and make the run over. So I kind of had to bundle some of those up and tuck them in behind, but I just kind of used some twist ties and hid them. So I hope you enjoyed it. This was a really good episode of the Honey-Do List, and be sure to like and subscribe because we'll have some more coming up very shortly. Thanks.